working as an assistant professor in the Department of Corporate Certiorship from KCS Kastner College of Arts and Science, Chennai. Today we will discuss about the areas of grievances and redressal for investors. First we will discuss about the areas of grievances. Grievances is nothing but a problems for investors. In spite of the guidelines issued by the SEBI, investors usually face a lot of problems and have grievances to be redressed. Generally, grievances related to disclosure in prospectus, misleading advertisement, delay in listing of securities, delay in dispatch of securities, delay in transfer of securities, grievances against the broker. Then SEBI guidelines for issue of securities. The merchant banker should give high priority to the investors' grievances and take preventive steps to minimize the number of complaints. The merchant banker should actively involve himself in the post-issue refund and allotment activities and regularly monitor investor grievances arising therefrom. The lead manager shall set up proper grievances monitoring and redressal system in coordination with the issuers and registrars to the issue. He shall take all steps to redress the grievances quickly. Then, grievances against listed companies. Investor Grievances Committee forward the complaints received from investors to the company concerned. It directs the complaints to be solved within 15 days. If the company fails to resolve the complaints and total number of pending complaints exceeds 25 and are pending for more than 45 days, a show cause notice is issued to such a company. 7 days after the issue of show cause notice, the scrip of the company is suspended from trading till grievances are resolved. Then arbitration. Arbitration mechanism for resolving the complaints is as follows. The exchange had formed an arbitration committee with the approval of the SEBI to resolve the issues between the investors and member brokers. The arbitration panel consists of retired High Court and City and Civil Court judges, chartered accountants, company secretaries, solicitor, and other professionals having expertise knowledge in the field of capital market, being directed for arbitration by the IGRC committee. The complaint files supporting documents for arbitration. A set of arbitration documents is sent to the other parties for giving the counter reply. After the formalities are completed, the matter is fixed for hearing before arbitration or claims less than rupees 10 lakhs. The applicant has to propose the names of 3 arbitrators. The respondent has to give his consent for the arbitrators so named. Then appeal. Dissatisfied with the award, the applicant can appeal against such award in the exchange within 15 days of its receipt. The appeal bench of 5 arbitrators hear the matter and give the award. The aggrieved party has to deposit the awarded amount given by the arbitral tribunal with the exchange unless until the appeal bench exempts it partly or fully. If the award in favor of the applicant, the active member has to abide by the decision. If he fails to abide by the award, the disciplinary action committee initiates action against him. The award becomes a degree after 3 months from the date on which it is given. It can be executed as a court degree through a competent court of jurisdiction. The same can be challenged in the High Court of Judiciary, Mumbai. Then ombudsman. The definition of ombudsman. According to the SEBI, the term ombudsman means any person appointed under Regulation 3 of the SEBI Act, and unless the context otherwise requires, include stipendiary or ombudsman. Powers and functions of ombudsman: to receive complaints specified in regulations 13 against any intermediary or a listed company or both, to consider such complaints and facilitate resolution thereof, amicable settlement. The last one is to approve a friendly or amicable settlement of the dispute between the parties. Okay, students. Qualification of ombudsman. A person to be appointed as a ombudsman shall be one who has held a judicial post or an executive office under the central or state government for at least 10 years, has at least 10 years experience in the field of consumer or investor protection. He has been a legal practitioner in corporate matters for at least 10 years. The following persons are disqualified to hold the office of the ombudsman: an undischarged insolvent, convicted by any offence involving moral turpitude, persons having unsound mind, and stand so declared by a competent court. Okay, students, in this session we discuss about the investors' problems and grievances. In this next video lecture, I will explain the remaining topics. Thank you.